Morning.
Listen, I've been bamboozled.
Why is that? How have you been bamboozled?
Well, I was telling Caleb like how like awesome you are, how like fun you are hanging out with, and I was like, what class does he teach? You know, like God, man, that'd be the best teacher ever. I love to be in his class. It was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He was like, he's the assistant for the vice principal. I was like, what?
That
I was like, no.
that's hilarious.
I'm like, no. I know principals. Like the moment I see him, I'm like, dude, he's always smart. I'm like, there's no way he deals with trouble. He's like, yeah, and I was like,
I love what I do, and even in the admin side, it's still working with kids, right? Only now it's a little different, but you're still working.
so I got very tempted to apply for a dean student for this last school because the current one, she's doing like 3 different schools, and I was like, it's different once you get paid for it. Like, once you got to show up, you know, like it really gets different.
You know, in my mind, it's only different because teaching is the same thing. Like once you allow it to become a job, then it becomes miserable. So the one thing I always did when I was in the classroom was I always told myself, I said, I'm never going to be one of those teachers that just regurgitates the same stuff year after year after year after year. Because then after a while, it just gets absolutely boring and mind-numbing, right? And exactly. And so at the end of every year, I threw everything out. Everything that I did that year, I threw it out. Whether it was Google Drive, whatever, I just deleted my drives, all the copies I had, I threw everything. And so every year, it felt like I was starting over, right? But at the same time, it's like you are though. It's a new group of kids. They're all different. They're all unique. They all have their own strengths, own weaknesses. And so to sit and say, I'm going to use this stuff that I used for last year's kids for these kids, it's not going to work. And then you're just going to beat yourself up the entire time, right? So that was the one thing. And then it's the same thing like when as an admin, it's the same thing. It's like every kid is new, every kid is unique. Whatever situation I just had with another one has nothing to do with the next one.
And that's the thing, like that keeps me volunteering. Yeah, like even when I get one, I'm like I get into a slump or like when I went back to this last week, 2 weeks ago, I told them, oh, it's been a while, and I was like, the last day I was here, I had to break up like 6 months. Inside of me, I don't like that. Yeah. You know, and when I got there, and I was like, man, even 5 minutes later, every kid, you know, even if you have a bad moment, 5 minutes later, they're cool. And I'm like, that's the thing that I make the kids make school fun. Yeah, but I just don't think I'm like, I'm telling you, after I did the job application for the volunteer spot,
and you look at all the
and then I started looking at the spots because I'd already filled it out, and I was like, some of these aren't bad, and then I was just like, nope, this is a surprise. Nope, this is over.
I hear you. All right, so we're gonna get ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting in the next couple of minutes. So if you want to start getting your 7th and 8th graders ready, we will begin with 7th and 8th grade. All right, so let's see. Let's see. That's funny though, Mr. Bitts. So you're like, no way.
I was shocked. I was like, I can't wait to see him because it just was.
I was like
anybody could have hoped, and nobody else hoped.
I just assumed that you knew. Honestly.
How would I know that?
I figured at some point you would have.
No,
someone would have.
Who would have known he was on the dark side of the street? He's a vice
Yeah, you guys. I'm not listening to it.
That's hilarious.
Were you guys saying something? Because I couldn't.
Yeah, so we're gonna be starting in a couple minutes. Just get 7th and 8th graders ready if you have them.
Okay.
So no, it does not apply to you. You're good.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
However, the one thing I never do is what people from here do, and that's where hoodies year round.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
All right, if we can get all 7th and 8th graders to the starting line, please. All 7th and 8th graders to the starting line.
Now, I tell myself, I'm like, every situation for you is completely new.
Right.
I'm like, so that's good. Even when it's a bad thing, I'm like, that's okay. I didn't like it. You got to deal with it. But I'm like, honestly, I don't think any of it's better than negative.
Right.
So I'm like, why give negative comments?
Right.
This is unfortunate. We'll deal with it. After that, it's over with.
Yep. Nope. That's exactly.
He goes, how do I have to be good so I can have enough food? I said, I don't have food. I said, you're on the food. We'll get food. I said, food's not a reward. Food's just food, man.
There you go. There you go. Yep. That's that.
I said, especially.
Uh-huh.
You just spend all that and feel like playing the game. I know what's going on. I know you get away with it. The world doesn't stop. Nothing bad. I almost feel like he's doing it just to see. Let me just make sure that's not going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing how that works. It just works. Is this close enough? No?
I'm gonna run over there when they start.
Yeah, I can't see it at all.
Yeah.
So,
Or should we just get rid of it?
I probably wouldn't even use it. I would just put the time on it, just so parents know.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
All right, bring it over there.
If you're angling, you might get some better.
Yeah.
Runners, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Runners, thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Perfect. All right, parents, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just a couple of quick announcements to make sure that this week's cross country goes better than last year. Or I'm sorry, last week. There are QR codes that are being put around. So if you just kind of look around, you'll be able to scan that and get the results. So just if you don't see one around you, just if you keep looking, you will run into a QR code. Scan that. It'll take you to a website, and you can pull up the results for today's race. Also, we are going to request that people stay behind the tape. So once the race is started, please do not cross across the tape and do not get into the running path of the runners. All right, so 7th and 8th grade, you're going to run 4 laps. We're going to keep track of your laps. And so just run a good race, and the tape will move over when it's time to finish, and you'll be able to come through the chute. All right, runners, on your marks. Get set. Go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I got mine. I got it back right here. Yeah, it was a great idea. I got the cost, but I think when it comes to just too many things that go wrong, especially with distance and right.
Charge parents $50 for an iPad. Yeah, smarter than all the kids on
Oh, yep.
Man,
Oh,
everybody's
yeah, I was
trackers.
that's what I was telling them. I said they have the little RFID chips that you just put on the dish, and that's it. You're all set. That's the expensive part. Packs aren't that expensive, but you need like $1,000 for
Do you have somebody more authoritative that can stand over there?
So I asked Miss Hazer, and I think that's Miss principal's over at Surprise. So I said if you guys can stand there and just keep people from crossing, that would help.
I can go stand over there.
Do we just not want it when there are people over here, or the whole race?
Yeah. So like right now, I don't really care. But once kids start coming, then we probably want people going over there to like where the little cones are, and just stand there and be like, nope, don't cross, go back, and just make sure we keep people away.
Okay, because I'm making my kids not cross at all. Like if they're on one side, they need to stay there.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they're like clearly right now they're. I mean, if they need to cross, go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff, whatever. But I think once we start getting to a point where they're gonna start coming through, we just don't want to do anything to distract or run into, or because they're keeping track of the numbers and we don't want them to miss. I know last year we missed one of the kids from our school actually, and he ended up having to run 5 laps, and he was so frustrated because he thought he was done, and they're like, "Oh, you got one more." He's like, so they made him run one more, and he was so frustrated. And then his dad came. His dad was all mad. We're like, "It's the first meet. It's the first meet. We messed up. Apologize. We'll fix it. We'll do better next time." And after that, it was fine. But I think it was the same kind of thing. He just kind of came through, and his parents came out to like whatever, and somehow they missed him. All right, it's off.
Wait for them to come. Hey, do you realize that timer's not running?
Yeah. He was trying to get it to start. It wouldn't start.
Okay.
So it's not very accurate though. We discovered that like as time goes on, it's off. And so for this race, last week it ended up being off by like 15 seconds.
Yeah. Got this, David.
Oh, he's not one of yours. I was gonna say, is he one of yours? I wanted to see if I can get him. Can you have him stand right here, like where the unit? And then turn around and look at me.
Good job. Good face.
Perfect. Good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now you guys can cross.
Guys, you have to go around. This is the track. Back around that way and around. Thank you.
Good?
Yes.
Oh, good. Your timer's working.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you have it. Never mind.
I tried.